Release the balloons. They're in the air. The football will follow. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium, Clemson, South Carolina. The second-ranked Tigers of Clemson with an opportunity to clinch the Atlantic Division of the ACC, playing host to the Panthers, who are trying to get bowl eligible after playing in a bowl game each of the last 8 years. Steve Levy alongside Brian Greasy. Todd McShay is on the sideline for us this afternoon. A spectacular college football Saturday with temperatures in the low 60s. And if that gives us the idea, DeShaun Watson's shoulder's just fine.
Well, you're not going to come out on senior day and not give it a go. He didn't practice Monday through Wednesday, did a little bit on Thursday after practice, and looks like he's good to go in this game. But we got to keep an eye on him because that shoulder was bruised a week ago.
We were told they would limit the designed runs for the quarterback, but not the passing offense. In fact, they might even take deeper shots today than usual, but that's because of the Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's defense has been atrocious. One of the worst in all of college football against the forward pass. I expect DeShaun Watson to take his shots early and often down the field.
This might be the only advantage that Pittsburgh has today when they receive the opening kickoff. Clemson won the toss and deferred. Quadri Henderson is back for Pittsburgh, and he is the most dangerous kick returner in the country. 4 touchdowns on the kick return in his last 10 games. Dabo Swinney told us today, a touchback is a good play. And here we go, underway. And that kick, Dabo gets exactly what he wants, the touchback. Pittsburgh will get the football first. We'll see that outstanding Clemson defense.
Yeah, they had 6 starters from this defense a year ago, drafted, lost some pass rush, and Dodd on the outside, Shaq Lawson, but they have come back with Christian Wilkins, Dexter Lawrence on that defensive line, a true freshman who has been outstanding. This defense, one of the top 10 in college football, and we know where this team wants to go for Clemson, the national championship game. This defense is more responsible for getting them there than anything.
Nathan Peterman is the starting quarterback for Pitt. They send George Aston, their fine fullback, in motion. And they move a lot around with Henderson. Here's Peterman to pass on first down. And he'll throw over the head of Aaron Matthews.
Big challenge, obviously, for Nathan Peterman coming into Death Valley. He's an experienced guy, graduate, transferred. Great fit in this system of Matt Canada, but he needs to mix speeds today. A little no huddle, some huddle, a little bit of a sugar huddle to try to keep Clemson's defense off balance, and then they need to control this ball, Steve. I think they cannot allow their defense to be on the field too much in this game, and a lot of that comes down to Peterman's decisions.
Quadri Allison, bottom of your screen. Here's Peterman throwing again, and has a wide-open target. Able to hook up with Jamar Parrish. The fullback out of the backfield for the big gain. It's good for 44.
I don't think Cordero Tankersley thought that the fullback could catch as he jumps the out route, and the big man at 260 with a great fingertip catch.
Brian, Peterman actually had James Conner open in the flat, and I thought that's where he was going with the ball. But he had the presence of mind to keep his eyes on the corner, made the right read, and a great throw dropping it in.
For Parrish, just his 4th reception of the season, and it's good for 44. And the Panthers on the move here early. Peterman, little shovel to Aston, and he's close to picking up first down yardage. Looked like Bulware was trying to strip that football free.
And you're going to see the mix of speeds right off the bat. Pitt, no huddle, back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and short. We'll call it 2.
And we're going to see a lot of that, Steve. A lot of shifts and motions from these tight ends, fullbacks. Now you're going to see them all shift again. It's almost like wholesale change, just trying to get Clemson off balance.
And in the end, it's a simple handoff to James Conner. He has the first down yardage. What you don't see often is the offensive tackles moving around like that.
Both these tackles, Bisnotti and O'Neal, they're going to be moving quite a bit in this game. You don't see that very often. But really all it is, it's an illusion of complexity, but it's just very simple, trying to get James Conner a downhill run attack against a defense that doesn't quite know where to fit in the gap.
Yeah, and in the end, it's an off-tackle run for a few yards, which we see all the time. That's Conner split out now. in the slot to the left. Aston in motion. And Peterman out of the gun. Fakes the inside handoff. It's a pitch to Aston. The fullback's in for the score. George Aston.
Number 35, George Aston, touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown of the season, and Pittsburgh is on the board first.
Well, we've seen this week in and week out. The first drive, a defense has to come out and defend against an offense. You're going to see all kinds of different things, and Matt Canada and this Pitt offense came in with a great plan on this first drive and confused Clemson defensively.
Here's Chris Blewett on for the extra point. Puts it through.
The extra point by Chris Blewett is good.
Looky here, 7-0. Clemson trailing early.
Well, and you're not going to get much better bait than James Conner, but he's the one that became the bait on the fly sweep. He's going to come in motion here. What you're going to see at the end of the day, they're trying to get this football inside to Aston. It's great job of design. These linebackers have to respect Conner, and then you get him as basically a power play, but using Aston instead of the quarterback.
And they've seen it on tape. We saw the first play last week against Miami, and the 21st offensive play for Pittsburgh, they used it again for a touchdown. So it's one thing to study the tape. It's another with the speed and all the different motions and movements pre-snap to be out there on the field. Clemson will adjust, but I think it just shocks you early on when you're on the field and have to deal with so many different things that they show you offensively. And then once the ball snapped, all the different angles, blocking angles, and different potential ball carriers that Pitt throws at you.
And there you see the Clemson defense. This is all new to them. They had not allowed a touchdown in the first quarter all season long. Statistically speaking, that's a touchdown pass. It's a receiving touchdown by Aston. His 3rd of the season, not a rushing touchdown. Artavis Scott trying to return the kick for Clemson out to the 22-yard line.
Scott, brought down by number 15, Reggie Mitchell. Tigers.
Well, in case you were wondering if Pitt was going to come in and put up a fight, I got your answer. Now it's DeShaun Watson's turn. There were question marks as we talked about this week, but he's got to push the ball down the field. Minimum of 15 attempts, Steve. He's got to get it outside to Williams and DeShaun Kane. Then he can take advantage of the underneath space to Renfro and Leggett, in my opinion. But and those design runs, as you said, please, out of the game plan altogether.
So when they say limit, you mean 0. Able to complete the Hunter Renfro. How many catches did you predict for him today?
I said 10. The over-under on 10 for Renfro.
Yeah, that's number 1.
Outstanding player. Very difficult in space to cover. And the way that Pitt plays, deep, man-to-man, there should be space underneath for Renfro.
On 2nd and short. Watson thrown to Artavis Scott. And he's out just across the 40. Has first down yardage. And Clemson will move the chain.
You know, Pitt has been very good against the rush. And talking with Jeff Scott, the offensive coordinator for Clemson last night, he said part of our run game will be our perimeter pass. And that last throw, an example.
Off the play fake. Watson steps up and throws down the middle of the field. Had his man wide open, DeShaun Kane, and couldn't connect.
There's shot number 1 down the field. It's DeShaun Kane, who really has come on hot for Clemson. You see the safety. That's Terrace Webb, just not able to match the speed of DeShaun Kane. They missed that one, but they know it's going to be there most of the day.
2nd down and 10. Hand off to Gallman. Wayne Gallman. He's slammed down at the 45 by Jordan Whitehead, who is 2nd on the team in Pittsburgh tackles. 3rd down and 8. Just across midfield. I heard pizza, pizza. Which is better than what we heard a week ago in the ESPN audio. Long throw. What a catch. Mike Williams. You want to call that a 50-50 ball? That's up to you. That looked like a 90-10 ball from Mike Williams on Ryan Lewis.
And the biggest challenge for Pitt in this game will be this play right here. It's the 50-50 ball, as you said. And who's going to cover that? Mike Williams, there's not NFL corners that can cover that.
He's got a little A.J. Green in him, the ability to adjust his body in the air.
Hand off to Gallman. pickup of 1 on the play.
And again, this has been the biggest hurdle and struggle for Pitt all year. Ryan Lewis is in good position there. He's in phase with the wide receiver. The problem is he doesn't look back for the football, so he's at a disadvantage. Mike Williams just goes right up over top of him.
But that throw, that play to Williams should work every single time.
It should, in theory, unless your corners are in position, turn their head around and play the football.
Second red zone trip so far for Clemson. Last one entered on an interception. Here's Artavis Scott, shy of the pylon. Big play by Terrence Webb to bang him out before he got in.
Looked like Lewis on that time went for the inside route to Renfro and completely left Artavis Scott on the outside. You can't guess. And Ryan Lewis right now, you know you're at a disadvantage, but you can't guess. You got to play your assignment.
18-yard play there after the 30-yarder to Williams. Sets up first and goal. The handoff. Wayne Gallman. Honored prior to the game on senior day. He goes in for the touchdown. And we're an extra point away from a tie game.
Biggest fear of Pat Narduzzi coming in this situation, you know, that you know you're outmanned, trying to see some momentum early, take a big drive on offense, you have a penalty by Alex Officer, and you leave your defense out there too much. This offense will not be denied.
McShay pointed it out when we were driving in today. He's like, at Clemson, they really love their Clemson, right? I mean, more so than other places we go. They are in love with the home team here. Quadri Henderson, 2 yards deep, will take a knee. Window dressing?
Love it.
That's Maurice French. Got knocked down once, knocked down a second time. You see the back of his jersey, Maurice French. It looks like a typo. It's not. And if it was, we'd be making the same mistake all game. Maurice French, F-F-R-E-N-C-H.
I love when we come, you know, to the stadium 3 hours before and you talk to the SIDs about pronunciations, and you go, is it to Maurice French?
The first F is silent. Second and 10. Poor kid's been hearing that his whole life, right?
Another shovel.
Fake the counter. Shovel to Scott Orndorff, the tight end.
And on to number 83, Scott Orndorff.
Second reception of the game for him.
Hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Another one. You got to respect James Conner. You can't blame the linebacker there. Why not?
Move the sticks. First down and 10. Whole lot of motion. Peterman off the play fake. Looks like he wants to keep it. And now a little jump pass there. Hooks up with Aston again for the big gain. Another first down.
You know, we talk scheme all the time with Pitt, and James Conner's obviously a great back, but Nathan Peterman doesn't get his due. He's got mobility, very accurate. I think most importantly, he's a great decision maker, as you saw there.
Gain of 14 on the play. Here's Conner out of the backfield. Nothing doing there. That'll be a loss.
I agree with you, Todd. You know, Peterman certainly doesn't get a whole lot of attention because of that man, James Conner, but he is the bell cow in this offense. But they realize you can't just turn around and hand it to them. They don't have the horses up front, especially against this defense, to do that. They've got to protect him with first down passing, getting the ball in the perimeter in the passing game with Quadri Henderson, and then, only then, will you soften it up for Conner on the inside.
And if you're second to Tony Dorsett and anything, you're doing okay. After the loss, second and 12. Peterman with some pressure, able to dump it off and complete to James Conner. Wow, did they make that look easy? And Pittsburgh retakes the lead.
He doesn't just run the football, Steve. He can catch as well. Clemson got caught in the worst possible defense. They tried to blitz, Brett Venables trying to dial something up. He brought Boulware off the edge, and Boulware was the one responsible for James Conner. It was the right call at the right time for Pitt.
Chris blew it on for the extra point. And Pittsburgh once again goes up by 7. James Conner, Captain Conner, one of the captains on this Pittsburgh team. How about Pittsburgh? Two 75-yard touchdown drives.
Nothing to lose, right?
Little Panthers on top. Star running back James Conner, after first being diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, received messages of support from athletes all over the country, including then Clemson pitcher Clay Schmidt, who went through the same battle in the summer of 2015. He returned to the mound last season. They started as Instagram friends and full-on friends. They had never met prior to their pregame meeting today. And there's a friendship coming full circle.
Oh, man. Well, never met. And talking with James Conner yesterday, he said, I was just looking forward to giving him a big hug, man. That's what kind of guy James Conner is.
You saw the big hug. Off the bounce, Artavis Scott trying to pick some holes. That's a fine return. He's out to the 30-yard line.
For as poor as Pitt's pass defense has been, they're 13th in the nation in run defense, and that's the design by Pat Narduzzi, the head coach, who brought this system with him from Michigan State. They're going to gamble with man-to-man coverage, and that quarters look a lot in pass coverage, but they're going to be sound and have 9 guys in the box versus the run.
Rob Peter to pay Paul. That's how they describe it to us. And that allows for passing plays. Deion Kane has first down yardage.
I think it's playing to your strengths and knowing your weaknesses. You know, I think Pat Narduzzi does not want to allow Clemson to run the ball down their throat. That's what he told us yesterday. He wants to make DeShaun Watson complete those 50-50 balls deep down the field.
And here is a designed run, I believe, for DeShaun Watson.
I do not like it. I don't like it.
We were told designed runs would be limited.
And you saw that. You saw how he ran right there. He went into the middle of the line and tried to find a place to fall down, which I would do the same thing. If you're not going to take it off your call sheet, I'll take it off as a quarterback by just falling down.
And they're trailing by 7, oh, by the way. They're in a ball game here. Here's Watson to throw. Plenty of time. Great protection. And it's out of bounds. Was looking for Ray McLeod. He was out of bounds. Brings up a 3rd down and 8.
Part of it is if you want to have a quarterback run game, I'm fine with that. But bring in Kelly Bryant, who has rushed 10 times in this season. You know, the big 6'3", 215-pound sophomore. But don't run number 4.
Saw a whole lot of Nick Schuessler last week. In fact, he was the Clemson Player of the Week. Came in relief. And Watson was banged up on that shoulder. Here's 3rd and 8. Watson steps out of some trouble, able to complete. Good job by Mike Williams to hang on. And there is a flag back behind the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 5, 15-yard penalty, first down.
5 is Juan Price, their big sack machine on the defensive end.
Take a look at this movement in the pocket. Linebacker comes in, just a little side step there. Allows for enough time for DeShaun Watson to get rid of this football.
And then, you know, Mike Williams isn't a burner, but his size allows him to make a lot of those catches in traffic, and then you just see the strength. 6'3", 225 to hold on the ball when he takes a shot.
Tack on the 15.
Ticky-tack call there on Price.
You've been hit a lot harder than that, Greasy, with no flag. Watson in some trouble. Throws it as he was hit, able to complete. It's Williams, takes a couple of big hits. He's able to hang on and has the first down.
That's just bad technique by Avonte Maddox. He's at the top there. He's got help over the top. There's no reason to go down the field there. He allows Mike Williams, who went out of bounds, but was pushed out of bounds. As long as he comes back in and establishes himself, makes a big first down catch.
16 yards there. Clemson 4 of 4 on 3rd down. On first down and goal, Watson throws. Incomplete. Look for Hunter Renfro. The crowd was looking for a penalty flag. Jordan Whitehead had the clean cover.
Yeah, if that ball were thrown a little bit more in the area of Hunter Renfrow, it might have got a call, but that was a clear throwaway from DeShaun Watson. First down play action, sometimes you take a shot, and if it's not there and the defense has leverage, quarterback coach will tell you to throw it in the stands, and that's what he did.
Watson was picked off on their first possession, trip inside the red zone. Here's Gallman. Lowers the shoulder and the helmet. Jordan Whitehead did the same to bring him down shy of the goal line. 3rd and goal upcoming.
Be an interesting decision here for Jeff Scott, the offensive coordinator. Well, Mike Williams is going off right now. Nobody on the Pitt roster can guard number 7 in orange, but you're on the 1-yard line. You want to be able to run with Wayne Gallman.
That's Williams, top of your screen. And it is Gallman, and he stopped short. I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. Bam Bradley slammed him to the turf, 4th and goal. And the crowd urging Clemson on.
They're going to bring in the defensive linemen, Christian Wilkins, Dexter Lawrence, 42 and 90, the big boys. I love when these guys come in. Watch these guys block. Looks to me like there might be an unbalanced set. I'm not an expert, but it might be an unbalanced offensive formation here.
Wilkins is no stranger to the end zone. We'll watch for that. Not this time. Hand it to Gallman. Did he get there? Football came out. Picked up by Pittsburgh. It's Jordan Whitehead running it back. Jordan Whitehead diagonally the length of the field for the touchdown. Quentin Wirgen knocked it out. Gallman was fighting for the turf at the goal line. What a play and a stunning turn of events. Quentin Wirgenis able to bang it free. It will go as a 100-yard fumble return for a score. If it counts, it stands.
Right. The ruling on the field is a fumble. The previous play is under review.
And the crowd goes wild because they just watched the replay on a jumbotron. The question is, did Gallman, did the football cross the plane before it came out? This was the absolute right call on the field because they teach these officials to rule, let the play roll out before you make a call, and then we can always go back and rule it on the other side. And it looked to me like Gallman got that football over the plane of the goal line before it came out.
Here we go.
After review, the Clemson ball carrier had possession of the ball when he crossed the goal line. Touchdown.
So that's 100 yards of nothing for Jordan Whitehead and Pittsburgh. You were right on that one all along.
Well, I love when the system works, right? The officials on the field, they call it a certain way for a reason. It may have, elevated the expectations of Pat Narduzzi and the Pitt faithful, but they're trusting that replay is going to make them right. In this case, I think they did.
Here's Greg Hugel on for the extra point. And just like that, we're tied at 14 all. Still 40 seconds to play in this eventful first quarter. In the box score tomorrow, it's going to read as a Wayne Gallman 1-yard touchdown run. But it was so much more. If you're watching the broadcast, and we're glad you are. Quadri Henderson will take a knee in the end zone. Here's James Conner, the ball carrier. Picks up a yard or two. Terrorizing corners in college. When's he going to be terrorizing NFL cornerbacks, Todd?
Very soon. He very likely will be the first wide receiver taken in the upcoming NFL draft.
Handoff to Conner again, making people miss. And he's just shy of midfield. 15 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter.
That's a great run from James Conner. We don't typically see him on the edge. That's normally Quadri Henderson territory. But you get him out there, 235 pounds. He puts a shallow cut on a linebacker and gains 15. That's stealing.
Conner had the 44-yard touchdown catch that put Pitt up at that time. But Clemson has answered back. We saw 362 yards passing offense in the first quarter. 14 all.
Brent Venables needs to dial up some defense this year. Pitt's averaging 11 yards a play in that first quarter.
First play as we open up quarter number 2. Quadri Henderson on the, what I like to call the zoom action, and then he carries the football on the jet sweep as well. A lot of football terminology here.
Wow. Where'd you get that from?
The zoom I just learned this week. Jet sweep I've known.
You're coming a long way, man.
Yeah. 6 or 7 more years, I'll have this all figured out. Here's Connor. Lowers the shoulder and stays on his feet. Still a loss. Cordray Tankersley.
Where have we seen this kind of run before? Number 7 in Baton Rouge.
Boom.
Look out. That off arm of James Conner, he and Fournette are 2 of the best in college football with their offhand. The ball is not carrying the football, using it as a weapon.
Tankersley got the worst of that exchange. Brings up a 3rd down and 8 for Pittsburgh. And they'll get loud in Clemson. Ball batted up in the air. Off the hands of Scott Orndorff. Couldn't bring it down. And the Clemson defense holds.
2 things I want you to watch here, Steve. Watch this block here by Connor, and then the throw from Nathan Peterman. Doesn't just run it, he protects, and then this is a perfect throw from Nathan Peterman. He can't walk it out there any better. Orndorff has got to make a play.
Yeah, he does. But he made that catch a week ago. It's not from a lack of toughness, because he took a shot last week and held on. I think he just found the ball late in the air.
Wow, low snap. Ryan Winslow took that off the turf. Good job to get it away out of a long snap of Pat Quirin. And it goes for a touchback. Good play by the punter Winslow, the junior from Maple Glen, PA, to get it away. Pittsburgh looks like they're going to bring some pressure here. Then they drop back. They rush 4. Watson gets it away. Man, was Leggett wide open. Jordan Leggett. Stopped by Jordan Whitehead, but not until a gain of 29.
Well, Leggett at 260 pounds just puts a little bit at the top of the route. Right there with his head. It's a great stem and a stick at the top of your route. Gets Whitehead to move to the middle of the field. He breaks to the out.
Able to step into that throw. Plenty of zip on that ball.
That's Wayne Gallman for once. That was a catchable ball for you. On that penalty marker. And what it does, Todd, is that's a 15-yard penalty, so they get a first down, able to overcome what was a 3rd and 26.
As we talk to the coaches, some teams like Ohio State, they teach to not get your head around, to just play the body of the receiver. Pitt, if you're in position, get your head around, but if you're not, then you've got to just play the body.
Again, quick screen out to Gallman. This one is much more effective than any of the previous 3. Gallman able to spin ahead, and Jordan Whitehead brought him down, but not until Gallman had first down yardage.
Yeah, and Todd, that's been a sore spot for Pat Narduzzi all season. And what they call it, in phase or out of phase. And
right.
If the defender is in phase, it means he's running with the wide receiver, and he can turn around and play the ball. If he's out of phase and been beat, then obviously you can't look back. You got to catch up.
Play fake. Watson throwing down the seam. It's juggled and dropped. Artavis Scott couldn't hang on. Good coverage on the play by Terrence Webb.
Should have been caught by Scott. Wasn't a perfect throw from DeShaun Watson. Looked like it got tipped by the linebacker, Galambos. Just got a fingernail on it. Should have come down with it, though.
2nd and 10. Watson looking left the whole way, feels some of the pressure from behind, and he'll run out of bounds from the 30-yard line. Shakir Soto forced him out.
Now, we haven't called the number of Juan Price, the star defensive end for Pitt. If they are going to win this game, they need Juan Price to affect the quarterback. You see him there with his patented shorts. Only guy in college football that plays the game with shorts on.
It's a bad look.
Great player, though.
McShay is our fashion guru.
Yeah, I kind of like it, man.
It's definitely different. Here's Watson on the move. Watson throwing off the run. That's Ray McLeod making the grab. Into the red zone.
Extending plays, using his feet. There's a good throw from DeShaun Watson. Avonte Maddox able to check back into the game, but Ray McLeod beats him for a first down.
You're right. The only time we mentioned Juan Price's name was on the penalty, on the late hit on the quarterback. 14-yard gain there. DeShaun up to 217 passing yards so far, and looking for more. Making it look easy. Back shoulder throw to Mike Williams. Touchdown, Clemson. Tigers have their first lead of the day.
At least 15 to 18 of these, Steve. I think this is number 5 or 6. And all of them have either been a big play catch or a pass interference, and that ball's put in a perfect position. When that corner is in phase with the wide receiver, they put him on the back shoulder.
Here's Hugel to push it through. Clemson, number 2 in the country, their first lead of the day. See those logos in the stairwell here at Clemson. It used to be that they would have the opposition's logo. And then they figured out, you know what? The only team that could beat Clemson is Clemson beating themselves. So they made it all Clemson logos, which is the dates of their games. 5 minutes in, quarter number 2. 21-14. Clemson, their first lead of the day. Hugel will kick it away. Quadri Henderson is yet to be able to return a kick. And that's part of the strategy of the kickoffs. The only advantage Pittsburgh might have over Clemson in this game is that guy right there. Here's Peterman off the play fake. Again, throwing down the field. Little push off there, but Scott Orndorff has it. And he will go in for the touchdown. And that will silence the crowd for the time being. Wow! 55 yards on the score.
Orndorff says, I could do that, Mike Williams. You know, just throw the ball up to me. I'm 6'6", 260 pounds. Here he is right here. He gets matched up on Boulware, and that's a matchup in the favor of the Panthers. Great design. Another great design from Canada. And right there, Boulware's not in position. He can't look back for the football. Orndorff makes a pay.
So how about that? The pass interference was the key play on that 80-yard drive by Clemson. Overcame a 3rd and 26. And defensive holding, in essence, does the same thing for Pittsburgh. Gets them a first down. No good on the extra point. Hits the upright. Chris Blewett, and that's his name.
Come on.
You think I'm making it up? Chris Blewett, the kicker, had missed one prior point after this season. And that's the second. 1 point, Clemson lead.
Yeah, watch it, Greaser.
Oh, did you come up with that,
well,
McShay?
2 weeks ago. I stumped you guys, and you've been sore about it since.
Here's Artavis Scott on the return. 3rd down and 4. As McLeod in motion, top of your screen. Here's Watson under some pressure. Throws across the body to Jordan Leggett. And he's across midfield on Jordan Whitehead. Leggett has the first down.
Maybe the best part of DeShaun Watson's game. When he extends with his feet, he keeps his eyes downfield. Look at that. He finds Leggett all the way on the other side of the field. He was reading the right side of the field, and for him to pick up Leggett free on the backside is impressive.
I think they're going with the Elvis play here. On 1st down and 10. Gain of 21 to Leggett there. And it's Wayne Gallman, the ball carrier.
Wayne Gallman.
Pickup of 2.
3-yard pickup on the play. Number 45, Devon Edwards with the tackle.
DeShaun Watson has gone over 10,000 career total yards. Just the 6th player in ACC history to do so.
First ever to do it as a junior.
Watson will add to those totals. Hits McLeod. Tried to curl in for the big gain and slip down. Bring up a 3rd down.
Seen a little bit more nickel personnel against the 4 wide receiver sets of Clemson from Pitt, realizing that the Mike Williams issue is real. They can't cover him one-on-one, and trying to get a little bit more safety help over the top.
Third down and 9.
It's like a pressure look here from Pitt.
They're coming. Watson throwing. Too high. Tipped and intercepted. Avonte Maddox on the interception.
Intercepted by number 14, Avonte Maddox.
And Watson is down and now gets up slowly. Allen Edwards put the knock on Watson.
You're going to see this pressure here affects the ability for DeShaun Watson to throw the ball accurately. He knows he's got to get rid of it. Coming inside on him and just throws it a little bit high. Deon Cain, a young player, sophomore. I'd like to see him go up with 2 hands there. I understand the danger, but that's how you gain respect as a receiver. Go up, catch the football. You go up with 1 hand, tip, and interception. All of a sudden, the quarterback's like, wait a minute, man. I got hit back here in the pocket. Go up with 2 hands.
So Clemson's 3 touchdowns have been surrounded by DeShaun Watson throwing interceptions. And now Pittsburgh down by 1 with the ball, and it's James Conner, a big gain. He's still on his feet, rumbling out past the 40-yard line.
James Conner's like a Boeing 767. Takes him a little bit of time to get going down the runway, but if you let him get going and gain momentum, he is brutal to bring down in the open field.
26 yards there. Throwing to Conner now. And picks up a gain of 5.
We were talking with him last night, and, you know, the guy he reminds me of, and I don't throw this name around lightly, is Larry Zonka. When my dad played with Larry Zonka, I watched a lot of tape on Larry. He's got that kind of quality.
Little shovel to Orndorff, and looks like he has first down yardage. What I was impressed about was a lot of these young guys don't know the great old players. He said he had heard the Zonka comparison before. On first down and 10, it's Conner. Who else? Breaks it up the middle. Plenty of running room, and he's all the way down to the 7-yard line of Clemson. Here come the Panthers.
This is the #1 run for Pitt. The inside zone with the lead block from 35 Aston. You get James Conner going.
First down and goal for the Panthers. Handoff. Conner. And it's a loss on the play. And thrown back is actually Darren Hall on the loss on the play on first and goal. Bring up a second and goal now.
This Pitt offense, they've had 3 coordinators in 3 years. Remember, Paul Chryst was here, then left to go to Wisconsin. Jim Chaney was here a year ago, left to go to Georgia. So this offense, these players in particular, have had to have 3 different systems.
Very hard.
For them to be able to execute at this level against this kind of defense, that's impressive.
Second down and goal. Peterman will drop back. 4 on the play clock. Option. Peterman's going to keep it. Cut back inside. And he's dropped down at the 1. Stopped by Kendall Joseph.
These plays go together, Steve. It's the same play. It's a shovel to Orndorff right here, but no, he keeps it instead because Clemson makes the adjustment. It's a great job by Peterman. It's almost like we talked with Brent Venables about. It's almost like defending the Georgia Tech triple option when they run that play in particular. You got to think Conner here at the 1.
Third and goal. It is Conner, but he doesn't get there. 4th and goal. Trailing by a point from the 1.
That's a good call. I don't think he got in. At the very end, Boulware came and cleaned up. Right there, nice job by the Mike linebacker. That's your job as a Mike on the goal line, is to finish that runner when he's making that extra effort for the goal line.
They are massive up front defensively, Clemson is. It may take a little bit of a trick play here, or something that's not right up the middle against Lawrence, Watkins, and Wilkins.
You like this decision here?
I agree, Todd. Yeah, and I think if you're going to do something, it might be the fullback Aston.
Off the play fake. Throwing, back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. It's George Aston. As correctly predicted by my partner. And Pittsburgh retakes the lead on 4th and goal.
George George Aston, I think, is their most versatile player. We've already seen him score a touchdown on a little flip. He's been the lead blocker for James Conner. I think he's the most complete football player on offense for Pitt, and that time they get him in a position to catch the corner out.
Here's Chris Blewett. He missed the extra point the last time around. Hit it off the left upright to his left. And that one is right down the middle.
You know, Matt Canada, he might not have the best and most athletic players, but he does have versatile players. And you put your fullback in a wing, you fake it to Conner. They have to respect that. And I thought that that ball was a little bit late. I saw him come open right away, and Nathan Peterman kind of held it, but was able to get that football out over the outstretched arms for the touchdown. You give them confidence too. You know, you give your team confidence. They're trying to get a signature win. They want to go in at halftime with the lead.
That'll bounce out of the end zone. Here's Watson to throw. Able to hook up with Mike Williams. Who else?
That's a great adjustment there by Clemson. So they go to play a two-deep defense to protect their corners. Pat Narduzzi does. So what does Clemson do? They run a different route with Mike Williams. A little out route into the voided zone for a big first down.
17 yards on the play. Here's Watson. He'll step up, and he'll keep it. Won't take a shot to that shoulder as he runs out of bounds exactly at midfield.
You got to be careful here, you know, because this team, this offense can score in a hurry. And if you're Pat Narduzzi, they went up 6. You could very easily give up a touchdown here before halftime.
2 timeouts left for Clemson. Minute 50 away from halftime. Watson throwing. Far side of the field, Artavis Scott.
Saw earlier in the year, I think it was 39 seconds they scored right before the half against Louisville, kind of helped turn things around.
Yeah, it's a great point, Todd. They got their rhythm going. They didn't do a whole lot at the beginning of that game, and DeShaun Watson didn't look sharp, but that 2-minute drill really propelled them into the second half where they almost played flawlessly.
It was one of the more entertaining football games of the entire college season. Watson looking left the whole way and throwing to his left. It hits Jordan Leggett. Clemson moving right down the field.
No pass rush. You give number 4 that much time and space to survey the field and step into a throw, and he's going to make it.
And all these throws now outside the numbers. Nothing middle of the field. Watson 300 yards passing, and we're not at halftime. Again, throwing outside, again completing. It's Williams again.
Brought down in the play by number 3.
I don't know if Clemson's going to run the ball again the remainder of the game.
Williams 8 catches, 142 yards. Targeted 8 times, he's grabbed them all. No drops today so far. 2nd and 2. Watson trying the right side off for size. Has a Tavis Scott touchdown. Drops a dime. And Clemson back on top.
Can't throw it much better than this, partner. Put it right on the outside shoulder. Artavis Scott really just had to put his hands up. Pat Narduzzi's got to get his corners to turn their heads and look for the football. Otherwise, this could turn into a Big 12 game.
Extra point is good. A wild first half. Come on back after halftime.
Coach, the quarterback play coming into the game, DeShaun Watson, we know he was a little bit limited. How have you assessed his play in the first half?
He's played great. Yeah. I mean, they really haven't stopped us. We had unfortunate on the tip ball right there, and then had 2 turnovers. That's really the only thing they've done. I don't think we punted, but The big thing is, you know, penalties on defense and big plays. We ain't stopped them. I mean, they're kicking our butt right now. Our defense is getting their butt kicked, bottom line.
Yeah, you were concerned about the eye discipline and just overall discipline of your defense. How do you make the adjustments? What adjustments are you making the
That's
second
what
half?
we're going to get in here and talk about, see if we can settle them down. You know, might have to mix in a little bit more zone. But they've just hit big plays. You know, a bunch of big plays. Great job on the shovel. Running the ball better on us than we need them to be. But, hey, give them credit. They outplayed us in the first half and really pushed us around. So, hey, but we still got to lead, see if we can play better in the second half.
I appreciate it, Coach.
From Death Valley as night falls. What a first half. Look at some of the eye-popping offensive numbers. And as big as those numbers are, maybe most surprising is how close they are.
Yeah.
With Brian Greasy, I'm Steve Levy. Todd McShay will join us from the sidelines shortly. And look, if you don't have a horse in this race, that was an unbelievably entertaining first half of football.
Awesome first half. Probably the most exciting thing, most thing we didn't anticipate was this offense for Pittsburgh. They were lights out, 356 yards of offense in the first half.
And we look forward to some more. Clemson gets the ball to start the second half. Artavis Scott will bring it out to the 20. Down to Todd McShay.
Guys, it's been the DeShaun Watson show. Talked about senior day, Watson. You see right behind him, Mike Williams. That's been the connection all day long. 321 passing yards in the first half. A career high for Watson, and a whole bunch of them went to number 7, Williams. He's done a great job going up for the 50-50 ball. Defenders hanging from him and making the big catch, bringing it down. I'll tell you what, both of these quarterbacks, Peterman and Watson, have a big game so far today.
And impressive on the Mike Williams side of things. He's been targeted 8 times, and they have 8 completions. There's Wayne Gallman trying to turn the corner and can't. Matt Galambos made sure of that.
You know, that's one of the things, the questions I have in the second half for Clemson offense. Are they even going to try to rush the football? Because in the first half, got this stat from our legendary Marty Aronoff. They had 19 first downs, not one of them rushing the football. 17 through the air and 2 by penalty.
2nd and 10, throwing to Ray McLeod. Tries to curl inside. Maybe has a yard. Bring up 3rd down and long.
And I think they need to. I think they need to run the ball with Gallman, because as good as Mike Williams has been, as good as DeShaun Watson has been, there can be some adjustments by Pitt defensively, playing more 2-deep defense. I anticipate that from Pat Narduzzi, and not leave these corners on an island.
3rd and 8. Watson throwing to the right and completing to McLeod. Has the first down.
And that time they played a 2-deep defense to Mike Williams' side, but they didn't do it to McLeod. They gave him easy access to the outside, and that's just a pitch and catch for a first down.
1st and 15 after they pick up the marker. Out into the flat, able to get it quickly to Hunter. Renfro makes some people miss, and he's down the sideline. Jordan Whitehead able to upend him, but not until Renfro has the big gain.
Renfro's got such quick feet. You get him the ball in space. Great block by Artavis Scott. And then that's Parrish Webb on the back end, who's missed a lot of tackles this year. And another one, Renfro makes him pay. And unfortunately for Pittsburgh, looks like Jordan Whitehead, their best player in the secondary, came down. Still down on the side of the Clemson.
That's it. And that is the one area of the field they could not afford to lose one of their better players. Off the play fake. Watson will go up top. Of course he will. DeShaun Kane, touchdown. Making it look easy. The quick strike after the lengthy delay. And Clemson back on top after the 27-yard strike from DeShaun Watson.
Teams that play Clemson Tigers are going to start to understand it's not just a one-man show at the wide receiver position of Mike Williams. DeShaun Kane has become a viable option on the other side of the field. You get DeShaun Kane one-on-one on a true freshman. That's Hamlin on the outside. That's It's easy touchdown for DeShaun Watson.
Shouldn't need a special day or a weekend just to do it, right?
No, but it's a great reminder.
Yes. Biggest lead of the game by either team is 8.
It's got to a point where, you know, quarterback drops back, throw in the vicinity of a wide receiver and get a call.
Becomes a play. It's an offensive play. Here's Connor out of the backfield off the screen. And he has the first down.
Pass complete to number 24, James Connor.
Now we're going to see this tempo. You know, normally Pitt will wait until they get their first down, and then they'll change the tempo.
Little shovel to Orndorff, the tight end, who has been heavily involved in this Pitt offense and everything they do throughout this game.
And finally, they make the adjustment on the shovel, and they pinch the defensive end, Cleveland Farrell. They're getting tired of giving up 15, 20, 25 yards on that one play. Nice adjustment by Brent Venables.
When you get beaten on that shovel, it makes you look foolish. It has to be embarrassing for the defense. It looks like it's a little nothing that turns into something.
Yeah, it's really the same play we see from a lot of spread teams that do it with their quarterback. They're just adding a shovel element to it because they don't want to run their quarterback.
Ford, top of your screen. That's Orndorff in motion. Here's Peterman. 2nd and 8, running. Nearly a face mask. And they'll throw it away. Carlos Watkins had the pressure. He wants the face mask call.
Well, that referee should tell him, listen, I gave you a PI in the last play. Don't push your luck. That's a good decision. Get rid of the football. You're outside the pocket, understanding where you are. Notice another adjustment from Venables on that play, playing a little bit more zone. We talked with coaching staff on the way off the field, and they said maybe we should play some more zone, and they played a 3-deep zone there in the last play.
Shovel pass again. Not going to get there. Dontez Ford. And a flag comes late. I was going to say, we'll see where it stopped his forward motion. Might not matter.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness, number 10. 15-yard penalty.
Boy, and I don't blame Dabo Swinney one bit. I mean, there's too much laundry on the field for me. There's too much. And you make a stop, yeah, and is there a whistle? You know, he's trying to get the guy to the ground. That's what football is about. Keep the flag in your pocket.
If there was a whistle, you can't hear it down here. It's so loud.
Yeah, exactly, Todd. I mean, they don't even factor that in. You know, it's just, it's too much right now. Let the kids play the game.
It's about as hot as you'll see Dabo. Fresh set of downs. Cotter, the ball carrier, straight handoff.
And Dabo's still giving it to the referee, and I don't blame him, but you let one play go, now you got to move on. Now what's done is done. You got to look forward to the next snap on defense. Get your composure. Dabo's one of the more experienced guys. He understands that, and he'll move forward. Can't blame him.
James Conner over 100 yards on the ground for the game. 2nd and 5 upcoming. Second trip into the red zone for Pittsburgh. 3rd, I beg your pardon. Peterman is dropped. See where they spot this. Dorian O'Daniel. Another lick on the quarterback.
And another first down and another change of tempo. And they didn't make it 3rd and short.
Connor bangs his way through. Inside the 10. And it'll bring up 1st and goal.
Such a physical runner. I mean, there wasn't a yard there, but he made a yard.
Right back at you. They go quick. Here's Connor. Trying to turn the corner on the outside. Dorian O'Daniel forces him out. Man, O'Daniel's been the man here. As ever since halftime, he's really picked up his play.
Look at the emotion of James Conner. Look at this stiff arm. I mean, that thing, give O'Daniel credit. He fought through it. If you're a defensive tackle or offensive tackle, they call that illegal hands to the face. But running back is the only position you can get away with that. Give some credit to O'Daniel, get him out of bounds.
Is that the Larry Zonka right there?
Absolutely.
Hall is the setback to the left of Peterman. Option, shovel, armed off, touchdown! Pittsburgh!
They've seen this play 8 or 9 times, and it's so difficult to defend. You're going to see great blocks. Watch the block by the offensive tackle, and then you wrap around and you get a kick out. This is just a power play, Steve. We see it every week in college football. It's just a little bit of a different wrinkle. And when you have Connor on the previous play outside, it adds a little bit of sting.
Trailing by 2, they're going to kick the extra point here. Here's Chris Blewett, who missed one earlier. He's got that one.
Don't chase points too early.
Pittsburgh responds to the Clemson touchdown with an 11-play, 75-yard drive. Something's going on. Clemson tonight with 4.5 to play in the third quarter. People are starting to call their buddies. Say, hey, you see what's going on at Clemson? 35-34. Second-ranked Tigers at home against the unranked Panthers at Pitt. Here's Artavis Scott from his 2. Hop, skip, and a jun. And he's taken down. While we were away in the television commercial, Dabo was still giving it to Dwayne Haight, the referee, and his crew, giving him the business because of the 15-yard personal foul penalty that was called. Listen for the whistle here.
I mean, Ben Bolwell is making the tackle as the whistle is being blown. You're going to stop once you start making that play. And I disagree with official Haight. That was a poor call.
I'm with you and Dabo for now. Clemson right back, facing a little adversity. When in doubt, DeShaun Watson will go to Mike Williams.
This crowd is booing after every snap. They said they love their Clemson.
Yeah. They don't like the officials. They love their Clemson. 2nd and 2. Quick out into the flat. Artavis Scott has the first down. And he'll go out of bounds. Watson on first down. Chased a bit. Finds Mike Williams. And Williams will take on some people as he crosses midfield.
We've talked a lot about these corners. You know, Ryan Lewis, Avonte Maddox, and how much yardage this team has given up through the passing game. A little bit of that needs to be on Pat Narduzzi in this scheme because they're giving us these flats on every single throw. They're wide open.
Hand off to Gallman. Trying to pick through some holes. A secondary already short-handed. In case you're just joining us, Jordan Whitehead, their outstanding strong safety, had to leave the game with a gruesome injury. Certainly looked like a broken arm the way he went down. Reggie Mitchell has replaced Whitehead in that already depleted Pitt secondary. 2nd and 5. There's Mitchell. Watson a throw. What else is new? Down the sideline. Artavis Scott was wide open. Cuts it to the middle of the field, looking for more.
It's really becoming a lack of awareness by Ryan Lewis. He's on the outside. He's got a little help over the top this time. He just keeps running. And Artavis Scott is aware. Comes back for the football.
He'll throw again. It's Artavis Scott. And he'll jump over a defender out of bounds at the 12. The last time we were here for the NC State game, Watson set his own record, a career high, and a school record with 39 completions. 2nd and 7.
I think it's safe to say that'll go down 2 today.
Yeah, we're still in the third quarter. Here's Hunter Renfrow. First down yardage. Slammed out of bounds.
And this is the run game. This is it tonight for Clemson. These throws outside the Renfro. It's licked there by Reggie Mitchell. But there has been no consistent dedication to Wayne Gallman in between the tackles. It has all been throws down the field or doubles on the outside to Artavis Scott and Hunter Renfro.
But it's effective.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, if Pitt's going to play this way defensively, absolutely.
First and goal. Okay, listen to you, Grease. Here's Gallman. Touchdown. Clemson. And look out for the big celebrator. That's Christian Wilkins. He says his teammates run away from him in celebrations. He celebrates too hard. Bugle on for the extra point. Puts it through. Again, it's an 8-point lead for Clemson. Final minute and a half of the third.
Nets are getting a workout tonight, man, like a Big 12 Nets.
42-34, and we're not even finished with quarter number 3. Still waiting for a return from a man, Quadri Henderson. We heard so much about him, and he won't bring that out of the end zone. All right, Pittsburgh, how do you answer? With Peterman down the sideline. Jester Weah, it's knocked away. Ryan Carter on the coverage.
Well, this is the difference. I want to show you the difference in the way these corners play the ball. Carter now looks back for the ball. You see that? He looks back so he gets the benefit of the doubt. You're not going to get a PI as often when you're looking back for the ball. Corners for Pittsburgh need to watch how Ryan Carter's playing. This offense has been highly effective in this game, although the last 2 times out haven't been able to get anything going.
-1 and -7 yards in the previous 3 and outs. That's a short game. James Conner again.
It seemed like they wanted to start picking up the tempo a little bit. Down by the student section, it's hard to hear down here, so they've got to do a great job with the silent counts.
3rd and 5.
Gotta have it in this situation. 3rd downs are what's going to win this game in the 4th quarter.
Scoreboard says the noise meter just went over 100 decibels. Peterman thrown on the run. Too strong for Darren Hall. Both teams' offenses have stalled lately. In fact, the last 5 possessions in the game, all 3 and outs. 3 by Pittsburgh, 2 by Clemson. Ryan Winslow will put it in the air. Ray McLeod will let it bounce. Takes a pit bounce. And it'll be down at the 42-yard line. Saw Auburn trailing on that scoreboard. Jordan Leggett on the receiving end there. Part of me, and I again, no horse in the race, a Washington loss would create college football chaos.
Well,
which is exciting, which is fun, which is great for everyone, except the fine people of Washington State.
Well, I think what would create even more chaos would be Michigan losing to Ohio State.
That's coming up in a couple of weeks. That's Hunter Renfro, and that's a first down. Should point out, this is senior day here at Clemson, which is somewhat deceiving because Clemson still has another home game, but that's their rivalry game against South Carolina. A few years ago, after losing to the Gamecocks 5 years in a row, they said, hey, let's scrap the senior day festivities. There's too much on the line.
Too emotional.
Too many emotions, too much distractions. Let's make it another game. Mike Williams trying to be on the receiving end there, and Reggie Mitchell had the coverage.
A little double move by Mike Williams, the out and up. They beat Dane Jackson, and that's a drop. That ball was into his chest before Reggie Mitchell got there. And Mike Williams has made so many great plays in this game and this season. The one thing, and I asked Todd McShay about this, the one thing with number 7 are the drops. He has them.
He hasn't had a ton of them. Get back to him in a second.
was an issue early in the season. You saw DeShaun slip there as he threw the football to Artavis Scott. Goes as an incomplete pass.
Right there is a perfect case in that last drop by Mike Williams of why you do not let the ball into your pads. You hear coaches say it. Young people out there who are watching who want to be a receiver, you've got to go attack the ball with your hands. It's so important. I actually view him as having good ball skills, catching the ball. His ability to catch those 50-50 balls we've seen all day long. An occasional focus drop I can live with.
Yeah, we talked with Jeff Scott about that last night. He said the same thing, that he actually felt like he had great hands.
Watson throwing and completing to Scott for the first down.
I've seen a whole lot of offenses that have had more ease of completing passes than this Clemson offense tonight. I mean, this is starting to make me sick, honestly, the way that they're playing defensively, the Pitt Panthers.
Here's first down and 10. Watson with plenty of time. And Artavis Scott couldn't scoop it off the turf. So we're at 42-34. We have not had a field goal in the football game.
No, nobody's gotten stopped in the red zone.
And Mike Williams, a career-high receiving yards, 180 for the game today. Second down and 10.
Look at the soft areas out here. I mean, it's like every single snap. You throw the ball in the flat, you're going to get 8-10 yards.
Not that time. Wayne Gallman decked instantly by Avonte Maddox. Who's had a nice game.
On the play. It'll be 3rd and 11.
3rd down 11 here. In this situation, Pitt's played soft on the outside. Pat Narduzzi's kind of played it conservative. We'll see how they play it on the outside here. You see here, this is one-on-one. Look at all that space. That's 11 yards. That's a first down. You just pop it out there.
11th play of this drive. Field goal will be big here as well, making a 2-score game. If they can't convert, which they can. Hunter Renfro, first down yardage.
They essentially put a linebacker on number 30, Mike Caprera. And yes, there was help over the top from the safety, but he was too far back dropping. It was an easy decision for Watson there.
Got 13 in the first down. Here's first and goal. DeShaun Watson, always cool and calm. Gallman has 3 rushing touchdowns, looking for 4.
It's really the only area of the field where Gallman's got any carries. He's inside the 10-yard line.
Wayne Gallman, the ball carrier.
That's been an issue with him, honestly, this season. Is he wants more touches. There are so many players, so many skill guys on this offense between Mike Williams, Artavis Scott, Deion Kane, Renfro, Leggett.
Ray McLeod.
There's not enough balls for Dabo Swinney to feed all these guys, and Gallman really has been the one that suffered.
Second down and goal. Throwback intercepted. Intercepted at the goal line for Pittsburgh. Salim Brightwell trying to go the distance, and he's dragged down from behind by Mike Williams, saving a touchdown. In a spot where really all they needed was a field goal. Watson throws his 3rd interception of the game.
DeShaun Watson's trying to do a little bit too much. They're trying to sneak Jordan Leggett right here out of the backside of the end zone. But watch the defender. He doesn't bite. This ball should be run by DeShaun Watson. He's forcing that football nowhere to go. Check out the effort by Mike Williams on the other side, though. This is still a 1-score game, as you said. Mike Williams has made a lot of plays in this game. 12 catches. Over 180 yards. Look at the effort. Never give up on the play. Give your defense a place to stand.
And that just jumps out to me. Where he came from, tracking him down, and how important it is in the game. Not only as a coach and a teammate do you have a ton of respect for this guy. The NFL scouts, I'm telling you, that's going to be the first thing they point to is the effort that he showed on that play and just how good of a team player he is week in and week out.
No question.
Even with it, it was a 70-yard return.
Still does not overshadow that mistake. 3 interceptions now for DeShaun Watson.
Second in the red zone.
13 on the season, and a golden opportunity for this offensive Pitt.
Gives him a fresh set of downs. Here's Connor. Turns the corner. Inside the 10, 5, touchdown! James Connor. And Pittsburgh is a 2-point conversion away from tying the game.
We talked about that stiff arm. It is deadly. You come up to tackle James Conner on the perimeter, you have got to go low, because if he gets you with that left hand, it's over. See, changed the ball right there. Daniel, who had him earlier in the game and he was able to get him down. James Conner willed his way in the end zone. Now you got to go for 2.
That interception, the key play, and the 70-yard return, setting this up. Pittsburgh looking for the tie. Peterman under pressure. Hit as he threw, incomplete. Clean Farrell had the pressure.
The mistake by DeShaun Watson. Started to feel it. They were throwing the ball all over the field. He took a chance, and Pitt made him pay. Still down 2, though.
Let's take a look at our Pacific Life game summary.
Boy.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Try to summarize this.
You know what? If you want me to summarize this game, Clemson should be winning by 2 touchdowns. There were 2 penalties. The personal foul on Boulware, which Pitt scored a touchdown. That was a phantom call, and that last holding call was a phantom call as well. That's 14 points in this game that should have gone to Clemson.
Still trailing by 2, Pittsburgh is, with 5:17 left. Here's Artavis Scott. Stumbling forward out to the 23. Always fun to watch Jabril Peppers, who also has slipped in the Heismanology, if you will. Artavis Scott on the receiving end there. Pitt has been charged with no penalties so far this half. So we'll watch for that on this offensive series by Clemson. Better than 81,000 on hand here in Death Valley. Does this count as a night game now? Because I've always had on my bucket list to do a night game at this Death Valley. Does this count?
Absolutely. Now daylight saving.
All right. Hunter Renfro just across the 40. Has first down yardage.
Whatever Pat Narduzzi has left in the play sheet, whatever energy this defense for Pitt has left, they have to find some way to stop this team on this drive. Otherwise, this game could be over.
Throwing, completing Deion Kane, a little spin move for another first down. And despite their undefeated record, this is the 3rd time Clemson has given up over 30 points. Gave up 36 to Louisville, 34 to Florida State, and of course 40 here to Pitt. And on 1st and 10, they will hand off to Wayne Gallman. He'll lose a yard. On that last pass play, that's significant for DeShaun Watson. He's not just breaking Clemson records today. He just broke Stephen Morris's ACC passing record. Morris from Miami threw for 566 yards back in 2012 against NC State. And DeShaun Watson now, 570. A new ACC record. And you can tell the grandkids you saw it live. Coming out of 2 minutes of play here in the 4th.
Yeah, DeShaun needs to use all this play clock. Get it under 5 seconds before you snap this ball. And Narduzzi will take a timeout after this snap.
Here they come. Watson to throw. Williams to catch.
And complete to Mike Williams.
Narduzzi is not taking a timeout. He's got 2 of them. You can stop the clock.
You have to call a timeout here.
You have to. You can stop the clock on offense when you have the ball. You can't do it on defense without timeouts. I don't understand.
Now it's too late. We've already wasted all that time. Williams has 15 catches for 202 yards. This game ticking away from Pitt.
You have to anticipate that your defense is going to get the stop here. This is it. Clemson can seal it right here. 1 yard. You could hear Dabo in the huddle. 1 yard wins it.
There's the pitch. Didn't get it. Didn't get there.
No, he didn't get it.
Hey, and Pittsburgh will take a timeout.
Timeout. Pittsburgh. Their second timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
So interesting to see how this plays out now.
It's a 2-point game still. What does Dabo Swinney decide to do here? You have your options: attempt a field goal, go for it, punt. So they've got their goal line personnel out there. Dexter Lawrence, Christian Wilkins. This is where they like to run the ball with Gallman.
Pitch to Gallman. Stumbles. Not going to get there. Not going to get there. Matt Galambos came up to make the big stop, the middle linebacker. And there's 58 seconds left. And Pittsburgh has that 1 timeout left.
Galambos.
And all they need is a field goal.
Yep, Galambos, Delaney. They come up in a bear defense. They cover down with 5 defensive linemen. Give credit, these guys have been on the field quite a bit in this game, and they needed that play, and they got it. Now, they do have the timeout, Steve, but that timeout was worth 40 seconds, so they could have had no timeouts but 40 more seconds. This is how Pat Narduzzi has chosen to go.
Again, Chris Blewett, their field goal kicker, has 4 career field goals of 50 or more yards. Here's Peterman, able to escape some trouble. He'll take off middle of the field. He's just shy of the first down marker.
And Narduzzi's going to burn that timeout right away. He took a timeout. He didn't feel like Peterman got to the first down sticks, so he ran up to the official and called timeout.
All those streaks on the line for Clemson. We figure they got to get to the 38 of Clemson. We'll give them a try from 56. You see the field goal target line. Across the middle, it's Orndorff. They're in field goal range out to the 33.
Plenty of time here to run another play with Connor.
Peterman throwing again. Again, it's Orndorff. Dropped at exactly the 30-yard line.
You got to go. If you're Peterman here, you got to remember, no timeouts. You'd love to get inside the 20 and make this a more feasible field goal attempt.
Sideline. Dangerous pass. Looking for a wheel. Ryan Carter came over for the smack. That's a dangerous throw.
Well, it was a great play by Carter. That ball floated just a little bit on Peterman. I like the throw out there, but doesn't hurt him, right? It's an incomplete pass, stops the clock.
Third and 6. It's a 48-yard field goal from here.
You got to keep an eye on the play clock here. Peterman's run over the sideline. He's back in the huddle. Only 10 seconds. You cannot have a penalty here.
Third down and 6. Peterman to his left and thrown across his body. Incomplete. Could not hook up with Dontez Ford.
Boy, and that's crunch time. Crunch time, all-out blitz from Brent Venables. Putting the pressure on the quarterback. Brings up an incompletion, and it's going to force a longer field goal attempt. That last field, the only field goal he attempted, remember, he hit it into the back of his line. Got to get it up in the air.
48-yard field goal attempt. Pat Quirin, the long snapper. Ryan Winslow to hold it for Chris Blewett to try to knock off number 2 at Clemson. On the way and good. Blewett got it.
Wow.
With 6 seconds left, and it is stunned disbelief inside Death Valley.
Talk about the nerves of a kicker. Not only did he kick that field goal attempt into the back of somebody earlier, he missed an extra point in this game. And Pat Narduzzi puts his arm around him, gives him a kiss, and says, listen, I need you later. And he was there for him.
I talked to Narduzzi before the game and said, Coach, how comfortable are you? There's no wind today. He said, you know what? We've got a great kicker. I love my guy because he nailed one from 56 last year. And if we had to do it, put in a situation, I'd let him go a couple of yards even further than that. He had a lot of confidence in that guy, and you can see it on the last one.
They probably shouldn't have been in this situation in this game. There's a couple of penalties that we'll probably hear about from Dabo in his post-game presser.
Ground ball of a kick to the up man. And they'll flip it around and try to get in the hands of Artavis Scott. And when he gets in his hands, he's drilled, and that's your football game. And the Pitt Panthers pour onto the field. They have done the unthinkable. They have rocked Clemson's world and shaken up all of college football.
Talk about chaos. We didn't think it was going to be this game. We thought maybe Washington, maybe Michigan tonight. Not Clemson against Pittsburgh, a Pittsburgh team that's lost 2 straight coming in.
And not here. First home loss against an unranked opponent. Simply amazing. 44 straight games it had been. And down to Todd McShay. Wow.
Coach, unbelievable win. You hang in there, give up a lot of points, but your defense comes up with 3 big turnovers. What are you feeling right now?
Unbelievable. You know what? Our kids deserve this. We've had a tough year, lost a lot of tight games by this much, and our guys finished tonight. They get all the respect in the world. You know, the little Panthers got it done. We got little number 5, we got little number 10, but we got a bunch of guys that make plays.
And coming into this game, we talked about all the different matchups and all the other, and we also talked about your kicker. I asked you before, you said, I got a great kicker. He can go from 56, maybe beyond. Tough days, tough start to the day, but how about him hanging in there making that big kick?
You know what? He did a heck of a job. You know, after he had a couple flubs, I went over and gave him a kiss early in the game, and I said, hey, wipe it off when he hit the guys in the back, and we just kind of stayed positive with him. You know, Chris Booth's been a money guy on field goals in the past, and he made a major game winner.
How about a couple of your seniors, your veterans, Connor at the running back position, quarterback, just how they played and how proud you are?
You know, Matt Canada and our offense did a heck of a job, and they scored enough points to win the game, 43 points. You know, we get the ball back. You talk about how about a 4th down stop down there? How about a 3rd and 1 and a 4th and 1 stop by the defense? I mean, it's a team win, and I'm so proud of our guys.
How important is this win for everything you're building here at Pitt?
It's everything. We're bowl eligible. We knocked off the number 2 team in the country, and our guys had a lot of guts tonight.
Congratulations, Coach.
Pittsburgh beat number 2 West Virginia back in 2007. And here they knock off number 2 Clemson. The Pitt Panthers come into Death Valley and KO number 2 Clemson 43-42. Be sure to tune in to ABC tonight. Coming up at 8 Eastern. Saturday Night Football presented by Walmart. What about number 3 Michigan? How will they handle going to Iowa? That's the story from Clemson. What a day for the Pitt Panthers.